What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Jay Reed, and you are watching Leaky Honda. This is a new YouTube channel that I created so you could follow along with my Honda Civic EF. And in this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about it. Now, if you want other content, like if you're interested in a Corvette, go to Jay Reed's Love of Cars. And if you want to see some of the old Honda videos that kind of where I started it all, you can go there as well. The reason why I created this new channel is because the algorithms like the Corvette, they don't like the Honda on the Corvette channel. So I'm thinking we're going to start the channel over under Leaky Honda and have videos about the Civic on this particular channel. That should make things better for the algorithm. So let's talk a little bit about it. If you don't want to go to that channel and find out the history, we're going to talk a little bit about it right now. This is my 1991 Civic EF. We're going to start from the front and go all the way to the back. When I got it, it was a piece of crap, and it's still a piece of crap, but now it's a little bit faster piece of crap. The reason why I bought it was it already was B-swapped, which is an amazing thing. Didn't have to be swapping, but what I did was add the turbo, add a fuel pump, and so forth. Now it came with the actual turbo, but the manifold that it came with did not fit accordingly. They probably knew that, but you're throwing it in thinking it's a good deal, but the shit don't fit. So I had to get a new manifold to put on here, and I went with the log manifold because that has the best fitment for this. Because the thing about the EFs are, especially the sedan, there's really not an eBay turbo kit for it. So you kind of got to make one yourself and fabricate a little bit, and that's exactly what I did. So we have the 50 trim eBay turbo. It's leaking a little bit of oil, and as you can see, we got a little bit of oil leak down there, but that's from the head. We got the 50 trim, the log manifold. We got the AEM wideband hooked up. And we got an Amazon, I think it's an Amazon wastegate. Pretty much everything that's on this car is budget, and that's the whole purpose. The Corvette, everything on that is expensive. That's the whole purpose. But let's see if we can make a car fast off eBay. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to learn how to work on a car, and I wanted to learn how to drive the theft protection, which is a manual. That's the whole purpose of the Honda. And I just like Hondas, period. They're just fun, easy to work on and fun. It is exactly what I expected. So what we have here is B18A1. We have a S4C, I believe, transmission, which is the one with the boo-boo gearing. I have another LS transmission over here where a bearing went out and ruined the whole thing, but we're gonna rebuild that. So we got that transmission in. I just fixed the seal on it that was leaking. Boom, which is good. Now, the most interesting thing, well, it's not really interesting. One part of the build that I had to do was replace the rods and pistons. So what we have in there for rods and pistons are, guess what? eBay. We got nip and pistons with some scat rods. I hope this wind ain't killing this audio like I think it is. But we got nip and piston with scat rods. And when I put the head back on, I could not get it sealed appropriately. You can see it's leaking right there. That's why we got oil on the ground. Eventually, I will pull it off and reseal it. This right here, we got oil leaking around there. Probably a boo-boo gasket. It's probably gone. We got to fix that too. Like I said, everything is eBay because I wanted to see if I could do it in a budget manner. Now for the injectors, we got RC750s. Those were eBay. Bought them used, work flawlessly. They pump out enough fuel for what I need. I have an inline Warbro 255 LPH fuel pump. Does exactly what I need it to do for a boostic application. Never mind these lines. All of this stuff is going to be replaced. The reason why I haven't replaced it yet is I've had the car for about 2 years, and in that 2 years, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, it's only been running probably about 5 months. So I just kind of said, forget it, and I just got it fixed like 2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago because I was having an ignition problem. Now I took the time to fix it, and now it's time to work on the car again. All right, so we got the eBay intercooler down here. Boom. If you ever wondered how to put a turbo system in a Civic EF sedan, this is eBay. No kit whatsoever. You just got to find pipes to make it work. So we got mine wrapped around, coming through there, through the hole, through the front, all the way across. That's how I did that. Underneath it, we got coilovers front and back. One of those is leaky, so those really need to be replaced well. We got the Koenig DST. I don't know the actual wheel name, but those are pretty nice. We got a front sway bar up on the front as well. Car needs alignment. It needs the upper control arms so I can actually pull these tires out, because the person that had it before, it was more or less like a stance car. I don't want no stance car, not at all. Now coming to the back, we got disc brakes back here as well. And I don't know if you can see it, but we got aftermarket control arms in the rear. So we got a pretty good stiff suspension on it. And that's what I really like about it as well. Now, if you know anything about the EFs, man, when you're trying to do a turbo application, there's really no room for that standard radiator. So you got to use like a, I think this is a DA Integra, and I had to fabricate a mount to get it to work. We got the eBay blow-off valve, works flawlessly. As you can see, it's a manual hydro, which is always good. Let's come back to the back. Let's open this bad boy up. Now we need to clean it out. Like I said, I just got it back running. So I had an ignition issue. So in order to fix that, what I had to do was to put a momentary switch in the car. And there's the momentary switch down there. I could have replaced the ignition switch in the car, but at the time, that was the least expensive way. And it's my understanding that those go out quite frequently anyway. So over here, we got the fan on the switch. Don't even hardly use it unless I'm trying to idle or something for a long time in the summer. We got the fuel pump, manually turned on. We got a chipped P28 ECU, but it also has an ECU tamer board in it. Chip is not out. That's why I like the ECU tamer. If you have a ECU that's chipped, you don't have to get it re-soldered or reworked like you would with Honda. The ECU tamer slides right into the chipped slot. So I use that along with Honda Tuning Suite to tune it. I use this car to learn how to tune it as well. For the gauges, you got the boost gauge, which I have another one because I'm currently running 20 pounds. And so I got one that goes up to like 30 or 40 in case I want to turn it up, because I do plan on getting a bigger turbo pretty soon. We got the AFR gauge and oil pressure gauge. Full throttle oil pressure be about 80. Bada bing, bada boom. Windows are electric, all of that still work. Interior is not the best, but it's not the worst. So let me show you how it actually sounds. Put that in there. Make sure it's in neutral. Turn it on. Hit the momentary switch. And we started. I love the way it sounds. It sounds totally different than the Vic. It is loud. I can't tell you that. It is loud. So, let's turn this bad boy off. Man, I love the way it sounds. Let's pump the trunk real quick. I'll show you what's going on back there. One thing that I failed to mention is it has sport engine mounts, but as you can see, I need to replace them. They're pretty bad, but they works. but they work. And I also got a couple of transmission bolts that I need to put in too that just came in the mail. Now this car is low. It's pretty low for sure. We got the Amazon lug nuts. Do not buy Do not buy Amazon lug nuts. They rust out super fast. So we got the battery to the trunk. Wiring is botched. As you can see, when I first got this car, we had a small fire. Luckily, I was here. So, yeah, had to redo that. That was scary. Normally, the car sits unplugged for that very reason. And that's why my wrench stays back here. The seats are still pretty good, but eventually I'll replace those. Now, when I got it, the paint was this color. All right. So I ended up plastic dipping it back black, which looked like a piece of crap. So then I painted over that, and now that's peeling off. So the next thing on the agenda, once I understand that it's gonna run for any decent amount of time, is to repaint it. That's gonna be a must. A must, must, must. But anyway, this is the Honda Civic EF. If you want to see more content, because we're gonna continue this build, keep it on and popping, subscribe to the channel. This your boy,